The first meal of the day is for many a matter of routine. It may be the same bowl of cereal, the same slices of toast, or a quick pastry consumed en route. It is automatic and convenient. Yet, what if this simple, unexamined routine was contributing to the risk of a significant medical event? Each year, the lives of millions of people worldwide are irrevocably altered by a stroke. In the United States alone, a stroke occurs every 40 seconds. Globally, the incidence of stroke has increased by 70% in the last 3 decades, and the economic burden of this crisis is projected to nearly double by 2050. These are not merely statistics. They represent families, futures, and memories. A common misconception is that a stroke is an unpredictable event. The truth is, however, that as many as 80% of strokes are preventable. The effort to protect your brain health does not begin in a physician's office. It begins at your kitchen table. Many common breakfast foods are laden with hidden sugars, sodium, and unhealthy fats that can, over many years, inflict damage on your blood vessels and increase the likelihood of a stroke. What if it were possible to fundamentally shift this risk profile, not through a restrictive diet or a complicated regimen, but with a few simple, effective, and appealing modifications to the first meal of the day? This presentation will reveal 3 specific breakfast foods that are scientifically supported and recommended by cardiologists to help reduce stroke risk, protect your brain, and empower you to take control of your health, beginning tomorrow morning. Before presenting the solutions, it is critical to understand the problem. What is a stroke, and how can breakfast contribute to its occurrence? A stroke happens when the blood supply to a part of the brain is interrupted or reduced, which prevents brain tissue from receiving necessary oxygen and nutrients. Brain cells can begin to die within minutes. There are 2 primary types. The most common is an ischemic stroke, accounting for approximately 87% of all cases, which results from a blockage in a blood vessel, often due to a blood clot. The second type is a hemorrhagic stroke, which is less common but frequently more severe, occurring when a blood vessel in the brain leaks or ruptures. How does breakfast factor into this? The foods you consume directly influence the 3 main risk factors for most strokes: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and chronic inflammation. First, consider high blood pressure, often termed the silent killer due to its lack of symptoms. Persistently high blood pressure places immense strain on arterial walls. Over time, this pressure damages and weakens them, making them more susceptible to blockage or rupture. Many traditional breakfast options contain high levels of sodium. Processed meats such as bacon and sausage are particularly high in sodium, which is a direct contributor to high blood pressure. A few strips of bacon or sausage links can account for a significant portion of the daily recommended sodium intake. Next is high cholesterol, specifically LDL or bad cholesterol. When you consume foods high in saturated and trans fats, such as pastries, donuts, bacon, sausage, and butter on white toast, your body increases its production of LDL cholesterol. This cholesterol can then accumulate on artery walls in a process known as atherosclerosis. This buildup, called plaque, narrows the arteries and impedes blood flow. If a piece of this plaque detaches, a clot can form, travel to the brain, and cause a devastating ischemic stroke. Finally, there is inflammation. This refers not to acute inflammation from an injury, but to a low-grade chronic inflammation throughout the body. Sugary breakfasts are a primary cause. Consuming a bowl of sugary cereal, a muffin, or a sweetened coffee drink causes a spike in blood sugar, which in turn triggers an inflammatory response. Over time, this chronic inflammation can damage the delicate lining of the blood vessels, making them more vulnerable to the plaque buildup previously discussed. Therefore, when the sodium from processed meats, the saturated fat from pastries and butter, and the sugar from cereals and sweetened beverages are combined, a seemingly innocent breakfast becomes a potent mixture that can elevate blood pressure, clog arteries, and inflame the entire system. It is a slow, silent process, yet every morning presents a choice to either contribute to this damage or to combat it. The positive news is that reversing this trend can be simpler than you might imagine. It does not require a complete lifestyle overhaul overnight. As cardiologists and researchers have discovered, making strategic, impactful choices for the first meal of the day can have a profound effect. Indeed, one study found that the simple act of not skipping breakfast can reduce the risk of death from cardiovascular disease. We will now proceed to the solution. We will analyze the 3 best breakfast foods to incorporate into your routine to powerfully defend against stroke. For each food, we will examine what it is, why it is so effective from a scientific perspective, and most importantly, how you can easily and deliciously integrate it into your morning. Our first breakfast champion is a classic, but with a critical distinction. We are referring to oatmeal, specifically steel-cut or old-fashioned rolled oats, not the instant, pre-flavored varieties that are often laden with sugar and sodium. What it is, steel-cut oats are whole oat groats that have been chopped, while rolled oats are oat groats that have been steamed and flattened. Both versions retain the entire grain, which is where their nutritional value is concentrated. Dr. Andrew Freeman, a Denver-based cardiologist, recommends oatmeal as a primary breakfast for heart health, emphasizing its benefits when prepared simply. The key component in oatmeal is a unique type of soluble fiber known as beta-glucan. This is the source of its stroke prevention capabilities. The American Heart Association recognizes beta-glucan for its significant ability to help manage cholesterol. Beta-glucan forms a thick gel as it moves through the digestive system. This gel traps cholesterol-rich bile acids, preventing their reabsorption into the bloodstream. Your liver must then draw more LDL cholesterol from the blood to produce new bile acids, which effectively lowers your overall LDL levels. This mechanism is crucial, as high LDL cholesterol is a primary cause of the artery-clogging plaque that leads to ischemic strokes. The evidence supporting this is substantial. A large Danish study that followed over 55,000 adults for more than 13 years found that modeling the replacement of just one weekly serving of eggs or white bread with oatmeal was associated with a 4 to 5% lower rate of stroke. Specifically, this substitution was linked to a reduced risk of total stroke and ischemic stroke. This suggests that the simple act of choosing oats over a typical breakfast can have a measurable protective effect on the brain's blood vessels over time. The benefits of oatmeal extend beyond cholesterol management. Its high fiber content also leads to slow digestion, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels. This prevents the sharp glucose and insulin spikes associated with sugary cereals, which can promote inflammation and damage blood vessels. This is especially important for individuals with or at risk for type 2 diabetes, a major risk factor for stroke. Furthermore, oats can contribute to weight management, another key aspect of stroke prevention. The fiber in oatmeal promotes a feeling of fullness for a longer duration, reducing the likelihood of overeating later in the day. Oats are also a good source of essential minerals, like magnesium, which contributes to the regulation of blood pressure. Making oatmeal a regular part of your diet is remarkably simple. The key is to begin with plain oats and add healthful toppings. A proper bowl of oatmeal begins with a half cup of steel-cut or rolled oats and 1 cup of water or low-fat milk. Bring the mixture to a boil and then simmer, stirring occasionally until it reaches the desired consistency. Steel-cut oats typically require 20-30 minutes, whereas rolled oats are usually ready in 5 to 10 minutes. The toppings provide an opportunity to amplify the health benefits. Instead of brown sugar or large amounts of syrup, consider additions that provide flavor and nutrition. A sprinkle of cinnamon not only adds warmth but also possesses anti-inflammatory properties. A small handful of walnuts or almonds provides healthy fats and texture. Chia seeds or ground flax seeds can be stirred in for additional fiber and heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. A common mistake is to use pre-packaged, flavored oatmeal packets. These products are often highly processed and contain significant amounts of added sugar and sodium, which nullifies the health benefits. Always begin with plain oats. If sweetness is desired, a few fresh berries or a very small amount of pure maple syrup is a far better alternative. By making this simple change, you are actively clearing cholesterol and stabilizing your system with each serving. If oatmeal forms the foundation of a stroke-preventive breakfast, our second food is the vibrant protector built upon it. This food is berries, with a particular emphasis on blueberries. What it is, blueberries, whether fresh or frozen, are among the most nutrient-dense foods available. These small fruits are filled with vitamins, fiber, and most critically, a class of powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. It is the anthocyanins that provide blueberries with their deep color and their substantial health-promoting properties. The primary mechanism by which blueberries protect against stroke is the promotion of blood vessel health and function. Your arteries and veins are not rigid pipes but are active, flexible tissues. The inner lining of these vessels is the endothelium. A healthy endothelium can relax and expand to permit free blood flow, which is essential for maintaining healthy blood pressure. This is where the anthocyanins in blueberries become effective. Research has demonstrated that these compounds have potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. They help combat oxidative stress, a process that damages cells, including the delicate cells of the endothelium. By neutralizing these damaging free radicals, anthocyanins protect the lining of your blood vessels. Beyond protection, studies suggest they actively improve vascular function. Anthocyanins can help increase the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that signals the muscles and artery walls to relax. This relaxation widens the blood vessels, facilitating easier blood flow and directly helping to lower blood pressure. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals who consumed a wild blueberry drink daily experienced significant improvements in blood vessel function and a notable reduction in systolic blood pressure. Cardiologists affirm that any reduction in blood pressure helps to lower the risk of stroke and heart attack. For every 5-point decrease in systolic blood pressure, the risk for major cardiovascular events can fall by approximately 10%. These proven benefits for blood pressure, inflammation, and vascular function are all critical components of a stroke prevention strategy. They contribute to a healthier cardiovascular system overall, which is the best defense. This is perhaps one of the easiest and most enjoyable dietary modifications to make. The objective is simply to incorporate more berries into your diet, and breakfast is an ideal time to do so. The most synergistic approach is to add a generous handful, about 1 cup, of blueberries to the bowl of oatmeal previously discussed. This creates a breakfast that provides a dual defense against stroke risk factors. Their versatility extends further. You can stir them into low-fat Greek yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or enjoy a bowl of them alone. A frequent question is whether to use fresh or frozen berries. Either option is an excellent choice. Frozen berries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, a process that preserves their nutrients. This means they are as nutritionally potent as fresh berries and are often more affordable and available throughout the year. They are perfect for smoothies or for stirring into hot oatmeal, where they will thaw and release their juices. For a nutrient-dense portable breakfast, consider a simple smoothie. Combine 1 cup of frozen blueberries, a handful of spinach, a scoop of protein powder or a half cup of Greek yogurt, and enough unsweetened almond milk or water to achieve a smooth consistency. In just a few minutes, you have a breakfast that is actively working to protect your arteries and your brain. Our third and final breakfast food may be viewed as a modern trend, but its health benefits are firmly grounded in science. This food is the avocado, a creamy, satisfying fruit that is a powerhouse of stroke-preventing nutrients. What it is: avocado is unique among fruits because its primary macronutrient is fat, specifically the right kind of fat. It is also rich in fiber and potassium. A cardiologist-approved breakfast often features whole-grain toast topped with avocado, a simple yet remarkably effective meal. The avocado's efficacy against stroke stems from a combination of 3 benefits: its healthy fats, its high potassium content, and its fiber. First, the fat content. Approximately 71% of the fat in an avocado is monounsaturated fat, primarily oleic acid, the same healthy fat found in olive oil. We now understand that monounsaturated fats are highly beneficial for heart and brain health. They play a direct role in managing one's cholesterol profile. Studies have shown that diets rich in monounsaturated fats can help lower LDL, bad cholesterol, while raising or maintaining HDL, good cholesterol. HDL cholesterol functions to remove excess bad cholesterol from the arteries, transporting it back to the liver for disposal. This dual action of lowering harmful cholesterol and preserving beneficial cholesterol is a winning strategy for preventing plaque buildup. Next, and perhaps even more significant, is the avocado's potassium content. While bananas are often associated with potassium, avocados are a superior source. A single serving, about half an avocado, can contain more potassium than a medium banana. Potassium is absolutely essential for managing blood pressure. It functions in 2 ways. First, it assists the kidneys in excreting excess sodium from the body, a major benefit since high sodium intake is a primary driver of hypertension. Second, potassium helps to ease tension in blood vessel walls, which further aids in lowering blood pressure. A diet rich in potassium is a cornerstone of the DASH, Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension diet, which is widely recommended for stroke prevention. Finally, avocados are an excellent source of dietary fiber. This fiber, similar to that in oatmeal, promotes satiety, which aids in weight management. It also helps to slow digestion and prevent blood sugar spikes. The combination of cholesterol-lowering monounsaturated fats, blood pressure-managing potassium, and stabilizing fiber makes the avocado a nearly perfect food for protecting the cardiovascular system and, by extension, the brain. Incorporating avocado into your breakfast is both simple and satisfying. The most popular method is avocado toast, for good reason, but the details are important. Begin with a slice of true whole grain bread. The first ingredient should be 100% whole wheat or another whole grain. Toast it lightly. Mash half an avocado and spread it on the toast. For flavor, avoid adding a large amount of salt. Instead, use a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime juice, which also prevents browning, and a sprinkle of black pepper or red pepper flakes. This combination of whole grain toast and avocado provides healthy fats, high-quality fiber, and numerous vitamins and minerals. It is a breakfast that delivers steady, lasting energy without the sharp decline that follows the consumption of refined carbohydrates and sugar. The options do not end there. You can add diced avocado to a spinach and egg white omelet for added creaminess and nutrients. You can also add a quarter of an avocado to the blueberry smoothie described earlier to make it exceptionally creamy and rich, while adding all of its stroke-fighting benefits. It is important to remember that avocados are calorie-dense. A standard serving size is typically 1/3 to 1/2 of a medium avocado. While they are incredibly healthy, enjoying them in moderation is essential for a balanced diet. Your journey toward a healthier brain and a reduced risk of stroke can begin each morning. It does not demand a radical or unsustainable diet. It starts with simple, deliberate, and effective choices at the breakfast table. By making these small substitutions, you are actively building a defense system for your body's most vital organ. To summarize the 3 breakfast foods that can help protect your brain from a stroke. Oatmeal. This is your cholesterol-clearing food. Its beta-glucan fiber absorbs bad cholesterol and removes it from your system, while also helping to manage blood sugar and weight. Blueberries. This is the antioxidant protector for your arteries. The anthocyanins they contain fight inflammation and oxidative stress, helping to relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. Avocado. This is the guardian of your cardiovascular system. It is packed with monounsaturated fats to manage cholesterol and contains more potassium than a banana to help control blood pressure. Constructing a breakfast that includes 1, 2, or all 3 of these foods, such as a bowl of oatmeal with blueberries and a side of avocado toast, is one of the most proactive and empowering steps you can take for your long-term health. These are not just breakfast foods. They are an investment in a longer, healthier, and more vibrant future. If you found this information valuable and are prepared to take a more active role in your health, we invite you to like this video and subscribe for more science-based health guidance. Your engagement helps us to disseminate this important message to a wider audience. We are also interested in your feedback. Which of these 3 powerful foods do you plan to incorporate into your breakfast tomorrow? Please share your intentions in the comments section below. Thank you for your time and attention. We wish you good health.